What's up guys, Rui here, welcome back to the channel. As we slowly transition towards the fall season, many of you guys out there are probably starting to look into layering options for your outfit, and I think the fall season is one of the best seasons to really try out different styles or even just bring up pieces that you really want to potentially wear, because it's a season that's a bit chilly that allows you to start layering, but it's not too cold to the point whereby you just want to wrap yourself up like a walking burrito. Hence, for today's video, we will be checking out one of my absolute grill pieces that I have been hunting down for such a long time now, which is the Nikelab ACG tech shirt. And I have such a blessing being able to add this piece into my wardrobe. As usual, we will be diving in further into the functionality and features of this piece, as well as how I would personally style them. Also, being that this is a piece that is rather old by now and can get pretty difficult for it to come by, I will try to provide some alternatives out there. But before we continue to dive further into today's video, it would be very much appreciated if you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, because it really does help the channel out a long way. Also, if you are feeling generous and want to help support the channel in a much bigger way, I do have a Patreon page whereby I've only set up to be $1 a month, and all of it will go into helping me to pick up new filming equipment so that I can continue to improve the qualities of the videos for you all, as well as generally help to keep the lights on this channel. Just a quick rundown and a brief history about this piece. This is part of the 2015 Nikelab ACG summer collection, and during that time it is still under the creative direction of Harrison Hugh, who is the principal designer and also co-founder of Acronym. That is why you will find that this shirt borrows a lot of design ethos from Acronym with kind of this very hyper modern and clean look. With the departure of Harrison from the ACG division in 2018, a lot of the pieces from those time periods are getting more and more difficult to find, especially some of the earlier year stuff, or they are just being sold for a pretty hefty amount. Thankfully, I am super blessed and fortunate enough to be able to pick this piece up from Leon, who is also a fellow techwear head and does commission works for technical accessories. Actually, in the future to come, I do have a video planned whereby I will be showcasing a piece that I have commissioned Leon to help create. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to stay tuned for it. The tech shirt is a pretty interesting piece because the silhouette is based off a traditional button-down shirt, but have features that are more commonly found in jackets. Therefore, it does have this hybrid look whereby you can actually dress it up or dress it down as more of an everyday jacket. It was released in two different colors, which is the black color and also a pretty striking blue. I think both colors are pretty cool and will go well with most techwear wardrobes out there, but personally for me, I just think that the black color makes the piece so much more smart and versatile, while the blue has a better fit if you are into active or athleisure wear. Taking a closer look at the piece, what really drew me is just how incredibly minimal the shirt looks. I love how everything is nicely hidden, resulting in this very futuristic, sleek aesthetic. I would say if you are a fan of the gray man style where you are not too into flashy or loud pieces and just want something discreet that blends with the surrounding but still having certain functionality, you will absolutely love this shirt. With such a piece, the fit and overall construction is very important because there isn't anything to cover up or draw the attention of the eyes towards. Therefore, any imperfection will be pretty obvious, and safe to say everything is pretty much perfect here, from the stitch lines to craftsmanship. It is constructed using 100% nylon, and for those of you out there who are looking into light layering even during the hot summer days to protect you guys from the harsh sunlight and whatnot, this is truly an amazing piece to look into as it is incredibly light and breezy. It really doesn't feel like you are adding much into the outfit, but it still does a fantastic job in protecting you. In terms of fitting wise, it is a rather body fitting piece, therefore if you manage to find one over on the secondhand market, I would suggest sticking true to size or even go a size up, but never size down, as you will definitely feel some restrictions, especially around the underarm area. I am wearing a size L and it fits me just right. For a shirt, it's actually pretty feature packed and even has one pretty neat hidden feature. To start things off, this piece would not meet the ACG standards if it didn't have some sort of weather protection in mind. For that, the piece does feature water resistant technology, therefore I would say for light rain showers, you will be pretty fine. The fabric is not Gore-Tex or any sort of high performance fabric, but considering that this is a rather old piece, it still does a very good job in resisting water, and the DWR coating is still pretty strong here. One other pretty unique feature, unlike a regular button-down shirt, the middle buttons are replaced with a zipper, giving the shirt a more jacket feel, but because it is fully hidden, you really cannot tell. There is also a single button on top to give out the illusion that it's more of a traditional shirt. This feature also helps to give it better weather sealing protection to prevent rain or liquid from entering. In my opinion, I really like the implementation of the zipper here, as it makes putting it on so much faster, as you can quickly zip the shirt up instead of just having to go through buttoning each button. In terms of storage capacity and pocket wise, there are a total of 7 pockets, with 2 hand pockets located in front that have zippers to keep your quick access ADC secure, and 5 more inside the shirt. Something to note, with a silhouette like this, you really do not want to be adding too much heavy things inside, because it will sag the entire piece down and it will lose its shape. Therefore, besides the 2 front pockets, I actually really hardly use any of the pockets inside. However, there is one very interesting zipper located on the inside of the left side of the jacket. In normal usage, you can just use it as a regular pocket. However, in the case that you want to be packing this shirt up, you can simply just pack the entire shirt up into this pocket. Personally, I'm a major fan of pieces that are able to be packed into its own compartment. Something about transforming a larger item into a very tiny form factor is just so satisfying, and it actually does save up a lot of space. On warmer days, I can just simply chuck this tiny pouch into my bag, and I now have an outerwear that I can just whip out at any time. Since the Nikelab ACG tech shirt has been out for more than half a decade, trying to find this exact piece can be a bit of a challenge, because you will have to go through countless resale sites such as Grill, Depop, JohnFlip, or even eBay. Therefore, if you don't really have the patience to go through these sites, here are some alternatives that you could look into. If you do have the money to splurge on, then you could look into this Valiance Mion Is Over shirt. It basically has all the weather protection functionality like the Nikelab ACG tech shirt, but I would say overall the build quality and materials used to construct this piece will be much better as well. This piece also features some installation performance, therefore this will be a great piece moving into the fall season. For a much cheaper alternative, the Skyline shirt from Arc'teryx is also a great alternative here, and while it may not feature water resistant properties, it has other functionalities such as quick dry, moisture wicking, cool on touch, and the DM polyester fabric is also wrinkle resistant. For those who live in hot weather countries like myself, or are currently going through hot summer days, this will be more suited for you. Lastly, if you want a proper outerwear piece instead that is much more durable but still has a similar look and silhouette, then you could look into jackets like overshirts and coach jackets. These are much thicker and sturdier, but also offer more warmth and insulation during the colder months. Moving towards the most fun segment, which is how I personally would style the Nikelab ACG tech shirt, and I think this can be applied towards all the other alternatives as well, because essentially they all share a very similar silhouette. With this piece, honestly, the styling options are pretty vast. The first look here I would say is a hyper clean look, but also sets as the main foundation for the rest of the different looks that you could play around with. This is actually a style that I've been wanting to try out for a pretty long while now. It's very much heavily inspired by the Grey Man style, and the whole intention behind it is to look as discreet as possible without drawing attention with loud accessories or silhouette. The only main thing I'm focusing on here is the fitting of it. Being that the shirt has a pretty fitting cut, I try to keep the rest of the outfit to be much more tapered and slim. You could also achieve a much more casual look if you have the shirt to be completely unzipped, and in this case you could play around with a little bit of contrasting by having a different color tee to give the outfit some color separation. Because this is a very simple and plain piece, adding accessories or layers are also a great option here if you want to get back to a more utilitarian look. The texture is pretty thin and low profile, hence it makes a great secondary layer underneath your main outerwear shell for those colder fall times. I personally like to pair this outfit with the Nikelab ACG as a 16 packable jacket, and I really like this combo because essentially I can just have the packable jacket as more of a functional accessory in its packed mode, and when I do actually need extra rain protection, there is something that's within arm's reach. That is basically the full rundown of the Nikelab ACG tech shirt. It's a fairly simple shirt with some pretty cool features and gimmicks. What are your thoughts on it? Or better yet, what are some other Nikelab ACG pieces that you currently want to own and are having difficulties in hunting them down? Do let your thoughts be known down in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Also, if you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so incredibly much, because it really does help the channel out a long way by adding in the number of hours that the channel needs in order to be qualified to generate a little bit of revenue so that I can continue to keep the lights on this channel. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you guys did enjoy watching today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. That is all I have for today's video. Please do stay safe out there, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.